All right, St. Louis. We're going to school today, St. Louis. We got no choice, St. Louis. The question is, have we done our best? I don't think we have, St. Louis. We got so much work to do. I'm going to take you to school today, and I'm hoping you listen to what I'm trying to convey. Because if not, nothing's going to change. All that we are following is deception. And the reason it's deception is because the undeveloped mind can only see at the strength of itself. You're literally trying to see, but you lack the power to measure what you're trying to see. So as a result, it's a distorted view. It's been distorted since you were a child. Since you came through your mother's fallopian tube, it's been distorted. Your mother's view, father's view, grandfather, great-grandfather, great-grandmother was distorted. So as a result, the blind are following the blind, false and deceptive. But yet it appeared to be true because she can only think at the strength of what's trying to encode what you're seeing. I'm not trying to go over your head and talk over you. I'm trying to help you to understand that the reason we're dying in the number in which we're dying, from shootings to murder to rape to wars to rumors of wars to disease, is because we're living in a cesspool of negative energy. We're living in darkness, and yet we don't realize that we're living in darkness because we never lived in light. So you think this is normal. This is not normal. Not at all is it normal. People dying all over the place, but yet you think it's normal. It's like living in a video game, and the game is directed to go one way, and that one way is to lead you to the grave. It's imperative that we wake up in this season and understand that we have to change the trajectory of where we're going, and in order to change it, we have to literally strengthen in mind. Many of you think you're seeing what you're seeing and you're moving as you're moving. First of all, you're not seeing what you're seeing because it's not perfected, it's distorted. So as a result, it's going to not allow you to see the truth. However, you don't know it's not the truth because you've never seen the truth. The blind are leading the blind, the pastors, the apostles, bishops, all that are preaching all the way to the Pope are leading you astray. And it's not because of them. It's because of what they are observing, which is that undeveloped mind that's sitting on their shoulders. And they are the observers of what the mind sees. It's like looking through a telescope. If my telescope is more powerful than your telescope, I'm going to see more than what you see. If I'm able to magnify something 4 to 5 billion times and you can only see it in one frame of magnification, you're not going to see what I see. But you're not going to know what I see because you can't see it. So you and I are going to refute based upon what we see. However, your telescope is not as powerful as mine, so you're not going to see what I see. No different than a computer. If you're dealing with an analog computer and you're trying to crunch some numbers, but everyone has an analog computer, the numbers are going to be the same. But if there is a person that has a super quantum computer, that computer is going to crunch the numbers faster, so subsequently that person is going to see what you're incapable of seeing quicker because its computer is calculating faster. We must wake up in this season, and we've been following deception. Many of you don't know it's deception because you never followed the truth. The truth is not observable because you have not the mind to see it. Once you begin to see it, people don't necessarily understand you because they can't see, they're blind, they're dying, they're decaying. If you don't reach the power, you're going to lose the power. And the reason you're losing the power because you're losing the energy. You have to be able to warp space and time at absolute minus friction and heat in order to be able to know that you had not been able to see. We are unfortunately in trouble. We're having heart attacks, strokes, cancer, diabetes, all types of infirmities because you don't have the power to rise above where you live. You're living in a cesspool. You're living in the virus. That's why they're giving you vaccines to keep you, allow you to live longer in the virus, but you're still gonna die because the virus itself literally figures out how to defeat you because you're living in its home. What am I saying? It's time for us to change our place of residence. We must leave the low-level mind and reach a higher level of awareness to where we can see things as they truly are. We must come to the realization that those that were our teachers, Nobel laureates, educators, intellectuals, Harvard, Yale, MIT, Oxford, had not the 411. They only understood how to survive in the system, which is darkness. We can do this, and we must do it, because if we don't, everything will remain as it has since the world was created. We formulated false religion. Religion is incomplete, and everyone's fighting one another depending upon what the other one believes. And the reason you're fighting one another because you both are believing incomplete and you're living in darkness. You're not going to know that you're living incomplete until you complete the cycle to see where you used to live. Until then, you're not going to know because you have not the power to know. How can you know if you're dying every day? If your cells are mutating, making bad copies of themselves from the day you were born, that tells me you have not the power to have a complete overflow to create a perpetual motion machine that's going to enable you to see things outside of where you live. Come on now. Doesn't take a Harvard degree, JD, MD, DD to understand that you are illiterate. Damn it, you're literate. Acknowledge the fact that you are and seek to become what you're capable of becoming, which is the diamond in the rough. Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, first and the last. You are equipped to become that. Now, damn it, get off your ass and bake that damn cake because you got the ingredients within you. I know I got carried away. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you, we are in a war, and the war is to destroy your mind. The war is to keep you in darkness. The war is to keep you lost, keep you frustrated and angry. And the more you decay, the angrier you become. And the more manipulative you're capable of being. I'm telling you all, your pastors are blind. Your politicians are blind. Republican and Democrat are both blind. And the reason they're blind is because they're actually following the trajectory towards the laws of thermodynamics, entropy, increased chaos, and disorder. They can only go one way, and that's 3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time. We have to reverse the laws of thermodynamics and begin to travel 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th dimension and be able to see what we couldn't see, which is behind the veil. And once you begin to see, you will exponentially begin to grow. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. When someone counts to 30 linear, you're already at 1 billion in operating power. I just wanted to come on for a moment. Shout out to my grandbaby Noah, Winston, and Catherine. I love you guys. You guys keep grinding. Shout out to Zion, my grandbaby Niall, Gabe, Walter, and Danielle. Winston, have a safe flight. You guys, I love you guys. And this is our season to take that mountain. And trust me that we shall. May God continue to get you to understand that we must do it. And that we shall. God bless.